this is Jilly Little Zen Crone. It's Wednesday, so it is Wednesday Tarot Wisdom Day. And thanks so much for coming by my channel today. And for those of you who are new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. This is a weekly tarot reading that I do every Wednesday. Try to get it out in, well, I get it out in somebody's Wednesday morning. How about that? All right, so for those of you that watched my last video, which was hashtags decks I hate to love, I was talking about the decks that I really do have a love in my heart for, but decks that I don't use so much. And I said that I was going to do start doing Wednesday readings with some of these decks. So I did, as promised, choose a deck today, and I may have mentioned it yesterday because I kind of had my eye on it. But it's this one. It's Mystic Mondays, even though it's Wednesday. And let's jump into it. One of the reasons I love this deck is, for the colors. And let me just get... all right, here we go. I really do like the colors in this deck. One of the reasons I'm not so thrilled about the deck is abstract pictures. I like illustrations, but I'm getting there. So, all right, let's shuffle these up. Let's have a sip of coffee so that I can shuffle. That wasn't my first sip, but isn't the first sip of coffee every day glorious? All right, let's pick some cards. Oh, they almost flew off the table. Let's pick some cards out here. Let's get that one that flew off the table. Okay. And let's see what we got. Okay. These are slippery cards. I do love the gilding on the edges. I wonder if anybody else has this deck. What do you think of it? Have you worked with it? What have your experiences been? Okay, so the first card, ooh, this is interesting. Okay, so the first card we get is the King of Swords. So this, to me, talks about managing our thoughts and our ideas and our feelings. This is a person, well, it's not even a person. It can be a situation where you feel like you have it all under control, where you feel like you've got the idea or the situation is under control, and you are in a good space. You've done the research, you've analyzed what you need to analyze, you are you may feel like you're on top of your game, or if this has more to do about an emotional situation, and we'll see that in just a second, you may feel like you've got your feelings under wraps, like you've got it all worked out. And then the second card, which makes me think that this is more about an emotional situation, is we've got the Five of Cups. And I really do like this Five of Cups. The Five of Cups a lot of times, to me, speaks to, sometimes it can speak to almost a despondency or like a depression or sadness, or yeah. And I think that in this case, to me, this, she's meditating. She's got all these cups around her, and she is in meditation about these feelings, these or these creative pursuits, or these aspects. All of these cups, she's in meditation about them. I want to try to get the glare off that card for you. And so, you know, when we put this together with the king, you know, this is a situation that these two cards speak to me of control, of having it, you know, meditating, getting our feelings under wraps, getting our feelings, working things out, getting things under control, or working things out. Okay, managing things. Now, here's one of these cards that I love to hate from this deck. This is the Temperance card. And on the one hand, it's one of these abstract cards that I love to hate because I love illustrations and I'm not so much about the abstract. But what a great card to go along with these other two. So this card talks about keeping it all in balance, you know, which makes me feel like this card, the King, you know, you may think you have things, you may think that you have things under control, right? We never want to feel like we're out of control. That's it's a horrible feeling. It's something that we don't appreciate, that we do not like in our lives. And so we work really hard at getting our ducks in a row, getting all of our ducks in a row, which honestly, like, that kind of speaks to this too, all of these cups around her, everything around her. And she's contemplating and meditating about these. The thing is that life is always a balancing act. There is always something that's going to fall on the other end and upset the apple cart. Because why? Because life is cyclical. And so being able to ride the wave or go with the flow, be the water, whatever it is that you want to use for a euphemism for balance, is ultra important, because things will not always be the way we want them to be. And even when we think we have things under control, or even though we think we have our feelings under wraps, or our all of our plans laid out in front of us, something will happen to upset that balance. And so it's our job to be able to work through that moment, and really, like, use our power to bring things back into balance for us. And the degree to which we can accept where we are and what is going on around us and navigate the maze is the degree to which we will find ourselves from point A to point B with ease. Does that make sense? I hope so. So I enjoyed doing this reading for you this morning. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for Wednesday Tarot Wisdom next week, and stay tuned for Sunday at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be live on Tarothon. I am just incredibly honored to be taking place in this 24 hours of tarot this year on YouTube. I will be on at 11 o'clock, and I'll be talking about tarot and mental health. So yeah, join me, ask questions, and also look at the other people who are doing Tarothon. There are, if you do a hashtag for Tarothon 19, there are lots of advertisements and things that are in that are going up about that. And I will link to other channels below. So Take care, everyone. Love you much. Bye-bye.